Palmetto State Armory. Now, I find this one neat. Now, this one, there's a whole drama story behind it, which I'm not going to really go into right now. But they're coming out with the STG44, or the Sturmgewehr 44, considered to be the first assault rifle.
Kind of reminds me of the saw.
Well, kind of.
A little bit.
But this was kind of during the end of World War II. This was one of the German secret weapons that they started to develop and roll out just in the nick of too late.
Nick of too late.
So there's been a lot of modern weapon systems that got their base from this firearm, and now, of course, those are fully automatic machine guns. You know, there's not very many of them, and they're horribly expensive, but they're really, really cool.
Is it produced in America?
And this is going to be produced in America. It's not a machine gun. It's a semi-automatic version.
So we can thank Operation Paperclip?
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Is that where we got this from?
Yeah, so they've just, you know, for a purist, this is going to be about as close as you can get to the original. The magazines are not the original, but they're made to look like it, and then there's different inserts in the magazine for the different calibers, which is another cool thing. This was originally, the original Sturmgewehr, STG44, was in 8mm Kurz, which was an 8mm short cartridge.
Huh.
This is going to also be available in 8mm Kurz, which is kind of odd because that ammunition is very hard to get. No one makes it really, and
Never heard of it.
And it's only old surplus stuff. It's like stupid expensive.
Oh,
But it's also going to come in 5.56,
nice,
300 blackout,
nice.
and 7.62 by 39.
That's good work.
Which basically 8mm Kurz is essentially the precursor to 7.62 by 39.
Good work,
It's a little bit
Palmetto.
straighter. Yeah.
Good
Now,
work.
they also kind of alluded to the fact that they might be coming out with their own line of 8mm Kurz ammo.
There you go.
So that
That
kind of
took care of
makes
that
a little
problem
bit,
right there.
yeah, it takes a little bit more sense into why they're chambering it in that.
Now let me guess, just from the outside looking in, what the price tag. Do you have a price tag on this?
Not a exact price tag, but what do you
I'm
think?
gonna guess this is a $2,500 gun.
Well, so we'll go back a little bit. I talked about that drama a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a company called Hill & Mack Gun Works, and they've been working on coming out with this gun, the STG44, for several years now. There's been all kinds of litigation and lawsuits. You know, this person said this person said this. These are my receivers. No, because they were built on like rebuild kits.
Okay.
Huge drama, and everything kind of fell apart. The lawsuit and stuff all got resolved, and then PSA kind of swooped in, partnered with the Hill & Mack Gun Works to come out, and now they've labeled it, it's going to be a PSA gun. Now, there's been people that already have paid for the Hill & Mack Gun Works version of the gun.
Yeah.
And apparently those are going to be the first orders that are fulfilled. They're going to be produced under the Hill & Mack Gun Works name.
Okay.
And once all those orders are fulfilled, then the branding will switch over to the Palmetto State Armory, and then they'll come out to the general public. They didn't have an exact MSRP, but it's going to be a little over $2,000.
Okay.
But you
wasn't
couldn't
too
pin them
far
down on exactly what it was going to end up being.
No, it looks stout.
It does. I think it's super cool.
Yeah.
Now, it's a heavy gun.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say we are into 12 pounds.
Well, I don't actually have the exact weight, but it's not that heavy. But it's around 8-ish, 8 to 9.
Okay.
So still heavy. If you pick up an 8 or 9 pound rifle,
You feel it.
You feel it.
Yeah.
Now, with all that being said, practical purpose or practical utilization, or is there a reason for this to exist? No. It's just neat.
Yeah. It's got a little nostalgia to it too.
Yep.
So I mean, there's some value putting something out like this to the public, just to grab some of that. I remember when I was young.
Yep.
Some of the old timers are gonna gobble this up. So.
Yeah, and there's some modern technology that's been built into it. It has an adjustable gas block.
Almost seems like it should have one of them
Like a carry
rudimentary carry handle on it.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of got that HK-ish look to it.
Yeah, the back end of the receiver there.
Which, interesting story, in case people were wondering. The engineers that were working on this for the Germans ended up going to Argentina and Spain. And then they developed what's called the SETME, roller delayed blowback action, based a lot on the work from here. And then HK bought the rights to that and created the HK91 and the G3 and all that series of firearms. So this is kind of the great granddad of all of those guns. That's why there's a similar kind of look. And there again, it's just cool. Now, apparently, PSA is going to be coming out with a complete line of what they're calling, I think, the Battleground line or Battlefront. So they have some other World War II type guns that they're going to be reproducing and making. So
very cool. I like that one. Thumbs up.
I hope you've enjoyed this clip from the Craig's Gun Channel Random Shots program. The program airs Thursdays at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. On Random Shots, we discuss content from ranging anything from preparedness, survival, politics, firearms, basically anything that's 2A related, with sometimes some rabbit trails on things that aren't related at all. If you enjoy this type of programming, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified when we release new content. And if you like it, hit the like button and share us if you would as well. It helps the algorithm and helps the channel grow and helps get our message out. So until next time, stay safe.